see the way they hate. And I know better than to listen to the people who are calling us names. I can feel the sunlight shining in.
Good morning. Well, good morning, everyone. My name is Brian, and today is Wednesday, June 26th, 2024, and this is episode 728 of the Lots Project podcast titled The Things Nightmares Are Made Of. I'll be chatting about a couple of encounters yesterday, one scary and the other just annoying, plus a FEDgate 2024 update. But first, let's grab a cup of coffee, head over into the live chat, see who's hanging out in the coffee crew, and hang out for about an hour. Good morning, good morning, good morning. A little bit of a hiccup there. I got the secondary screen I'm still messing around with over next to here, and I was kind of looking at something over there. Forgot to put my camera up on the screen. So starting well. Good morning. How we doing? Jim in first. Must have had to be up to pee or something. Sorry, missed good show yesterday. Sorry, I missed it live. Was that because of the pee jokes and the listener that wanted to pee on me? I'm sure that was Jim's favorite part. Good morning, K Bonk. How we doing? Rewilder Life. Good morning. Dragging today. Need some beans. Be happy. Be excited. It's your anniversary. Happy anniversary. Congratulations. That's a long time. What's in the cup this morning? It's a Bob day. It is definitely a Bob day. Good morning, Pip. How we doing? Good morning, humans. Throwing car parts around while listening. Day 8 of System Hack. Day 8 from the System Hack. Sitting in my office. Dust collecting on keyboard. Can't turn on computer. Nothing to do. You should do a daily report, Pip. How long are they saying? Any indication or inkling on the path forward for you and the dealership and all the other dealerships in the country and the world using this system? Pip says there's plenty to do. Always plenty to do. Chris Dixon, good morning. Alibaba and Kellogg's ads today. I mean, it is what it is. They're saying no resolution date on the hack of the CRM software. I guess that would be called a CRM software, but it's uniquely tailored for the car industry. Jim had GoDaddy ad today. GoDaddy. K-Bonk says saw Pip's system hack on the mainstream media yesterday. Oh, it's getting nasty now. People must have started to complain. Good morning, Twisted Kid over on the vertical feed. Good morning. Thanks for stopping in. Okay, it's a DMS. It's a dealer management system. Close enough. Jim says, how long does it take to wipe and reinstall? There's some jokes there. There is definitely some jokes there for sure. The people must have been complaining enough or noticing. Twisted Kid says it's empty. I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, thanks for subscribing. Shronky's wondering how I scrub all the cum out of my beard. It takes years and years of practice. If you could let me know with that Shrek picture for your profile picture, that'd be great. How long does it take to wipe and reinstall the software? And where is the hack? I think this must be a function of everything being stored on their servers in the cloud, or somebody's starting a militia. Oh no. God. Here we go in the vertical live feed chat again. It's going to be an interesting day. Anyway, wipe and reinstall is probably not the solution to that issue. I'm guessing there's a little bit more to do with it, seeing that it's that many people. But anyway, what's in the cup today? Bob Cup today got the bottom of the bag, the bottom of the bags. How we doing? Twisted Kid, I don't need a mod, thank you. I have plenty of folks that have been listening to me for a couple of years now that what I would choose to be mods. Sorry. Bottom of the bag. When I get to the bottom of the bag and it's under 49 grams, I just drop it in a little jar, an airproof vacuum jar, and accumulate them over the time. Food Forest Farms always sends a little bit extra, a little bit extra in the pound. It's always about a pound, and it always seems to be a little over a pound. So when I get to the bottom and there isn't quite enough for another French press, I just store it up, mix it up, and I get a variety blend once or twice out of the little jar. And it was that time today. It was that time. I finished the bag up of medium Costa Rican yesterday, and dropped some in the jar, and the jar was almost full. So I figured I had enough to make a press, and went with it. And the Bob is awesome. The Bob is actually fantastic this morning. It is all over the place of flavors. Sinularator, whatever that is. How long you been streaming for? Couple years now. But you can pick up some fresh premium air roasted coffee from Food Forest Farms at foodforestfarms.com. You can head over there. You can use discount code LOTS10, LOTS10 to get 10% off some awesome coffee roasted by a real human being in small micro batches on a premium clean stream air roaster. You can grab some today. Like I said, 10% off, always free shipping, and the price is low comparative across the board. Brian keeps his prices low, keeps the shipping free, and also is nice enough to give you 10% off. That's the one-time use coupon code. If you want to use it again, you can get 5% off going forward every day, any order, anything on the site. LOTS5, LOTS5. That's foodforestfarms.com. Grab some in a clean airstream. Yeah, he's not roasting it in an airstream. He's roasting it in a clean stream of air, which would also be a clean airstream. Thanks, Chris Dixon. K-Bong says, how many grams do you use per 34-ounce pot? 49 grams, plus or minus 1. I will allow 48 to 50 on the scale, depending on where it lands. But usually pretty damn close to 49, right on, if not one up or down. Hunter says because of Nicole's camper, right, for sure. Hey, Kelly Keegan, what is the LOTS project? LOTS stands for Living Outside the System. We do things a little different. We really step outside the norm. My wife and I currently live in a travel trailer. We're building an off-grid property. We do things different into non-mainstream medical, non-mainstream food, barefoot living, RV living, nomadic living, and not doing the normal. So, Dan is trying to recruit for the militia guys over in the shorts feed. He says they got a chapter in St. Paul. If you can get there, bring any gear you have, and if you want to be part of history, I can PM me. No, I'm good, man. I'm good. I checked out of the militia game a while ago. What are we talking about today? Today I had wanted to just mention a couple of scary situations that popped up. Well, the things that nightmares are made of was the title. One was scary. One was just kind of a pain in the ass yesterday. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about the Fed update, the Fed hack update, and what's going on there, and a few other things I have on the list here. Hunter says, getting bots and feds. I'm so proud of you. Yeah. Kelly Keegan says, barefoot, how do you prevent hookworm? I wash my feet. Chris Dix is wondering if the vertical stream made the list. It might have. You know, you never know. Anyway, one thing up front I wanted to talk about was a milestone, I guess a quote unquote milestone I hit yesterday. I don't know what you're supposed to celebrate, what you're supposed to acknowledge as far as subscriber counts. I know you get excited when you hit 100, 500, 1,000, 5,000. We hit one of those intermediate round numbers yesterday. We hit 2,500 subscribers on YouTube. That was nice. It had been sneaking closer to there. We changed a lot of things. We changed a lot of things up with the dog shorts, posting the dog shorts. We kind of went away from that, and then especially when we went through with Walter, haven't really posted a lot of dog stuff. We've kind of shifted into the snails, and that has its own channel. That really put a damper on a lot of subscriber growth. The vertical feed on YouTube, if you're trying to grow your YouTube channel, Dan wants me to come to St. Paul and grow food for him. Fuck that, dude. I left fucking Minnesota. I lived in Minnesota for over 20 years. You're fucking stupid if you're there. Especially if you're trying to be self-sufficient. What a horrible place to try to do that. Chris Dixon says, does anything happen for you after 1,000? I don't think so. Revenue goes up, natural views and exposure go up. I know that at 2,000 was where Amazon allowed me to get accepted into the influencer program, using my YouTube account to qualify for it. That was at 2,000. I tried at 1,000, at 1,250, at 1,500, and then at 2,000. They finally the application went through. So I believe that 2,000 was that number. I don't know. I think Tim, when I talked to Tim about it, Tim and I had a lot of discussion about content creation and things like that when he was here and we were working out on the property. We really came to the conclusion that companies that are reaching out, like in MySpace, where not on MySpace, in the space I'm in MySpace, doing product reviews and stuff on Amazon and then also posting them on YouTube, companies look at that number and they have search criteria set up in their when they're searching for creators to reach out to. When I reach out to companies and they look at profiles, they have search criteria set up, filter criteria set up, and I don't know what those are. That's always up to them. But 2.5, 5,000, 10,000. I do get replies that are like, you need a minimum of XYZ subscribers for us to send you a sample. So, K-Box says dating myself, MySpace. I think the point of MySpace was to not date yourself, K-Box. Oh, you're saying how old I am. Yeah. So, but I appreciate everybody. I appreciate everybody that's I appreciate everybody that subscribed and helped that grow. And Hunter says Hunter says all sorts of criteria, like I got to be handsome. Yeah, I mean that's their prerogative for sure. That's their prerogative. Speaking of videos, I had one of the companies, the Shed Company, and I don't know how public this is supposed to be, but I'll say it. I don't give a shit. I made the video for them. Our deal when they sent me out the metal shed to install was that they send the shed. I do an influencer video that I post. Hey, Junior Jimenez, how are you? I'm doing great. That I put up the shed. I do a review video. I post it on my socials and all of that stuff. And that's the exchange. So the other day, I think it was Monday, must have been Monday, I got an email or a messenger, Facebook Messenger, actually, out of the blue from somebody I didn't know. Usually I just kind of scroll through them and mark them red because I get a lot of spam for having all my information out all sorts of places. But this one caught my eye and I started reading it, and the girl that wrote me was like, hey, how you doing? This might be a weird message, and every spammer in the world starts that way. This might be weird, but I gotta tell you something. She said, I'm in an Amazon influencer group and somebody was talking about a company stealing their video. And when I went to look at it, I saw your video. They had done the same thing too. And she's like, I normally wouldn't have done this, but I was just kind of irritated today and I didn't want this to happen to anybody. So I looked up your information. I'm reaching out. I wanted to let you know, and I can explain the situation more if you're interested. And it was the shed video. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? Well, it turns out that this company, so the way the process works is I make the video, I upload it to my Amazon storefront, Amazon reviews it and then publishes it. If it's and I'm not sure I haven't, and all the people in the groups I'm in to network and learn from haven't really come up with the criteria and figured out what the exact criteria is to get them on the carousels. But they're called carousels, and they're the videos you see in the product listing. So you see the picture, and then you'll see like a manufacturer video, and then an influencer video, and then product review video from customers. And that's the order they kind of scroll up through. And then there's a bottom carousel where there's more videos from the influencer program, and then review videos at the bottom, maybe similar products, things like that. Well, what this company did was I submitted my video got put up. Another guy submitted his video got approved and got put on the carousel. And the company downloaded the videos and uploaded them as manufacturer videos. So when you went to the listing, you had the picture of the shed, picture, manufacturer video made by me. That's me. They just took my thumbnail off it, and because they didn't have it, they couldn't download it. They only downloaded the video. So my video, other dude's video, that if anybody clicked or watched those versions, we didn't get paid. We don't get our commission, which is basically our payment for making the video. Now I'm looking more into getting paid up front for making the videos. But there's then logically no one's going to watch my video in slot A and then watch slot B video dude that they stole his video and then scroll over and watch the same thing again. basically cutting us out of the commission. And I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What am I going to do about this? And so I'm talking to this girl, and she's like, well, the dude that posted it, that made me aware of what was going on, said that he just sent him a message and said, hey, I saw you stole my fucking video. You can either pay for it or take it down. And she's like, and I suggest asking for $1,000 or so. I was like, yeah, why not? Whatever. So I just sent him a message. I said, hey, I see that you stole my content. If you'd like to keep it up, you can pay me $1,000 or I need you to take it down or you'll be reported to Amazon. Because I guess in Amazon seller terms of service and I guess internet wide, there's a big copyright issue going on right now with stolen video that especially on Amazon, it's like a 2-click process to report somebody that's stolen video content and repurposed it as their own and stuff like that. So they wrote back in like 10 minutes and they're like, oh, so sorry. We'll take it down immediately. We didn't know that was an issue. I'm like, what? Really? Good morning, Canadian Farmstead. How we doing? Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it as always. So that was fun to deal with. So I have to keep an eye on that. But I got talking with her about some other resources. She gave me a couple of new groups to join, a couple of websites to check out to kind of streamline a lot of things and open up some more opportunities and a lot of information sharing. So it was a great random Facebook message that I got. So that was good. I'm glad I read it. I'm glad I replied and paid attention to it for multiple reasons. So always good to have people that are doing the same thing you're doing that also are looking to improve themselves. Pip says, is there watermarks you can install in the video? I'm sure there are. I'm sure there are. Is it worth it? I mean, I know I have that capability in my video editing software, but will it matter? Like, the biggest problem is knowing that they did it. I would have had no idea that this company did this unless this girl randomly decided to tell me. So it's the matter of knowing. And even if I have a watermark on it and the company steals it and puts it up as their own, who's going to say anything? Who's going to report it if it's not me checking? Like at this point, I'm over 125 videos on Amazon. So do I need to go and click on each one of those products individually every day to check to see if the video has been stolen by the company? That's basically what it runs down to. And I mean, the goal is 1,000 videos. The goal is 2,000 videos. The goal is as many videos as I get done. And every one I put up is just more work. And it's not a matter of looking in the back end. Chris Dixon says, thumb that thumb, touch Brian's little thingy. Yes. And the Pip says, yes, if it's that simple, it'll make a difference. And K-Bong says that's a time waster. The crazy part of it, guys, we're rolling in. We got thunderstorms rolling in at the moment. So if I lose signal, I apologize. The bigger issue that she mentioned was it was Hey, Mike's Homestead. Thanks for hanging out over on the vertical feed. Touched me twice. I appreciate it. Once is nice and twice is better. Yeah, that didn't work out very well. She was saying that it only showed up on mobile too. So when she was checking after she got pissed off that this guy had his video stolen, she went and looked on desktop and it wasn't there. And then she went and checked on mobile and it was there. So then this gets into a matter of checking all the videos twice. I might curate a list of high selling items, high dollar items that I check routinely if my sales are out of whack, maybe. If I'm selling the shit, I don't care. If I'm making commission, I mean, I do if it could be more. But like Chris Dixon says, having to check over on 2,000 videos every 2 weeks even would be a huge draw on your time. Mike's Homestead was listening. He said he was looking to join up with Dan, but worried my Fed might be tracking him. Dan, can we get your contact information? Do you have an email for your militia group you're starting out? Chris Dixon says, having to check over 2,000 videos every 2 weeks even would be a huge draw on your time. I guess if you see a product drop off the revenue stream, you check on it. Yeah. It's tough. K-Bong says based on commission, maybe. Yeah, that's kind of where I was sitting. So there's a commission schedule for all the different variety of products, and then I have other things going on, direct relationships with companies and things like that. So it's a big fucking mess. And Jim says there's got to be a way to search for duplicate videos. Sounds like a problem for AI. Yeah, I don't know. You would think that Amazon itself in its upload and review process, and I don't know if the sellers need to go through the same process. I would assume as stringent as the criteria are that I go through when I upload a video, and all the list of rules that Amazon has for me uploading videos, they have to have some sort of review process for manufacturer videos. Like I don't see them getting like open reign to upload whatever they want. So there should be a way of telling, because obviously they're downloading my video that's already uploaded. They wouldn't have access to it otherwise. So it's already posted. You would think that Amazon itself in the review process would be able to catch that and deny that post. One of them or both of them. Jim says, I remember from Napster days. God, Napster, LimeWire. Oh, God, FrostWire. I remember from Napster days that file size was key to determining if the file was the same. And I mean, what's to say they don't cut the end off? What's to say they don't, like literally if I make a 4-minute video and I look at my average watch time, it's like a good video is 3.25 out of 4 minutes, 3.5. No one watches the whole video. I mean, people watch the whole video. I'm not saying that, but the majority of people dip. The majority of people dip before the very end. So if they cut off the last 10 seconds of video, that alters the file size. It alters the length of the video. It alters if it's trying to make a comparison. Chris Dixon says, regardless if the video looks the same, people won't click twice. And yeah, that's the big issue. That is the big issue, that they're not clicking on the same video, and I don't get the 30-second lock in on the commission rate. So, I mean, it does benefit the company because they are not paying commissions on the sale at that point. It behooves them to do it because they got the video, they get the view, and they don't pay the commission. I guess I got the shit. The guy was pissed. She sent the conversation over that the guy that kind of alerted everybody to the fact that this company was doing this. He's like, yeah, it was a rather expensive item, but then I had dropped $600 of my own money into finishing the project. And I just kind of chuckled. I was like, haha, he built a platform. Or he poured a foundation or something. Oh, well, that was a little sidetrack this morning. So yeah, Chris was wondering what if there's anything over 1,000 subscribers. Yeah and no. Yeah and no. It's like turning 25. Once you can, was it 25 or 30? Once you can become president, there's nothing less left to gain except retirement and Social Security. Okay, a couple of things from yesterday. One, do you guys want to start with the scary thing or the just rather fucking annoying thing that we have to deal with? I had both yesterday, and then we'll move on to the Fed hack. But yesterday I was out clearing at Delinquent Scully. I was Chris Dixon says annoying. Nice. He just wants to see me get irritated, I think. So I was clearing at Delinquent Scully yesterday, pretty much all day, and got the nursery the nursery. The edges were are done. The edges are done, but K-Bonk also wants annoying. So the annoying thing that happened, Chris Dixon says, let's see how the Daily Stoic is working. And this was definitely a failure in my Daily Stoic. I do have to admit this. This was prior to going out to Delinquent Scully. Yeah, it was definitely a failure of the Daily Stoic. And the fucked up part is, I believe it was Sunday's daily passage, maybe even Monday, that really addressed this. And yeah, okay. Anyway, Corey and I are doing our normal routine. We were going to start. She was walking the dogs by herself. We talked about the run-in with the stupid little fucking chihuahuas and the incessant charging of our boys, and Corey getting not able to handle it long enough to withstand this and getting dragged into these people's yard. Luckily, the dogs were fine. Nothing happened. Corey was fine. She didn't get injured too much, but it really just shifted to the fact that I walk with them now. Norman, who normally walks with me, now wants to walk with Mom. So Mom still walks both dogs. And I walk along with them, empty-handed. So basically, I'm going on a walk every morning. But it's something that I need to do because she doesn't need to get dragged by these dogs. And like we talked about when I shared that story, it's we were lucky that it wasn't larger animals, more aggressive animals, or it could have been a lot worse. So it's not that I don't want to go for the walk with her or be there, and it is pretty necessary. Holy crap, we got some bangers going on outside. So yesterday we were walking along, and we're just kind of chilling. Jim says, I think I threw my copy out the window in a fit of rage on my drive up from Florida. And Pip said, oddly enough, I've been too frustrated to pick up the Stoic book lately. Yeah. So we're walking along, and if you listen for quite a while, you've heard the saga of Trailer Dog, the dog that ran out constantly, barking, charging, but never really came. It would come out in the road. Our boys would really ignore it. It had like all that mange, and the owner would come out, and the owner and I had matching teeth. And she would always be like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Then she'd beat the shit out of the dog and drag. And finally, I just mentioned, like, you really should just tie your dog up. You really should just put it on a leash, on a cable, something. This is getting stupid. And she did. And like, really, we didn't have a problem after that. Wow. She is rolling. I am super surprised I still have service. But anyway, they put up a run. They put their dog on the run. It still barks when we go by, but barking is what it is. It's no issue. We can deal with that as long as the dog's not charging out into the road, causing problems with cars going by. And that's the thing I don't understand about these people on this road is people go by at 40, 50 fucking miles an hour, and their dog's just darting into the street. Hey, are you scared? Did you need someplace to go? Oh, Norman's scared of the thunder this morning. It's okay, bud. It's okay. And so this lady, the trailer dog lady, she finally, you gonna lay up there? You got it? I got a friend now for the show. So you can lay down. You can lay down. I'm busy though for a minute. Here, let me move some stuff for you. Here. Sorry guys, it'll be right. I got bigger things to take care of. I got a scared puppy. So anyway, she took care of that, and it really hasn't been a problem. Yes, I got a co-host. Thanks, Chris Dixon and Jim. Jim says hello, Norman. So we haven't had a problem, and here comes the rain, so the signal might drop away. We haven't had a problem with the trailer dog, but the chihuahuas that caused the whole incident with me having to we're driving. Hey, we're back. So we're walking down the road yesterday, and we get to the house with the chihuahuas, and as we're getting to the house, the door opens and the dogs start darting out into the yard. And this lady walks out on the porch, and she's like, "All da da da." And hey, yeah, here we are. It's not the old lady that's always yelling Sophie and screaming at the dogs in the yard. It's a younger-ish woman, and she's screaming at the dog. And she gets the dog wrangled. Our guys were just like, man, whatever. It didn't quite make it out into the street, so we were able to ignore it. But the lady's like, I'm sorry. And that just irritates the living fuck out of me. I under Yeah. You guys are missing out because I was fucking hot. I get an apology if something happens. Chris Dixon says, and now with a live account of what really happened. Over to you, Norman. There's my buddy. My buddy doesn't like the storms. The other one's super nervous. He's probably under mom's feet under her desk that he doesn't fit. But anyway, something happens once. I understand an apology. Something happens twice. I understand an apology. Something happens repeatedly and you tell me you're fucking sorry. That's the one thing that trips my fucking switch. Daily stoic or not. It's the one thing that I haven't really got over, and not the only thing, but one of the things I haven't really got over. And yesterday morning, for some reason, when she said, I'm sorry, I didn't look the right way on the road. Wait, what? So you fully expect your dog to charge out the fucking door and be totally uncontrollable. There could be cars coming down the road at 40 to 50 miles an hour, and you let your dog out the front door, and the reason you're sorry is because you only looked one fucking way. Oh, do you realize you have a huge fucking backyard? Do you realize that you could put a 2-foot fucking dog pen up and keep your stupid little rat fucking chihuahua in it? I was like, you're not fucking sorry. Stop doing it. Keep your dogs under control. I'm only here on vacation. I don't even live here. She's been there for over a fucking month. I've seen her stupid face. She's probably the stupid bitch that put all the fucking mannequins on the porch like a moron. Whew. How's that stoic working for you? Hey guys, if you want to get a better perspective on life and be calmer and think more rationally about things, pick up the Daily Stoic. The link is in my video description down there. Amazon associate link. I earn a commission when you get it. I can't fucking wait to not have to walk my dogs on this road. The people have gotten better. The drivers have gotten really respectful. I'm happy about that. I'm really happy about that. It's not a very safe road to walk the dogs on. It's really, Jim says, look how much it's helped Brian get your copy today. It really has, guys. It's this is one thing I don't deal with. Well, it's a combination of two things is the problem. People that don't take responsibility for their animals, and yeah. Thanks, Chris. Thanks for picking that first. It's the two things that really still get me. Stop apologizing for things that you're not changing. You're not sorry if you haven't done anything about it. Jim says, oh, yeah, Jim, there's no description on the vertical feed, but I appreciate the effort. Jim says over on the vertical feed, this rant brought to you by the Daily Stoic. Get your copy today. Link in the description below. Yeah. keep control of your fucking animals. And if you are truly sorry about something, you'll do something about it. And that led to another passage. I think it was yesterday or the day before, was about insanity and the definition of insanity, and the old, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. So not only do they have mannequins on their fucking porch, they just do the same things over and over and over and apologize because they're sorry and they can't figure out what the fuck is going on because they don't have their rats on a fucking leash or in a cage. Yep. So that was the annoying part. I was screaming at her. She was screaming at me. We continued to walk, and then I turned around and started to go back, and then she went inside. This is how that went down. We finished our walk, and it was what it was. I headed out to Delinquent Scully. I did the last of the machete clearing yesterday in the nursery, and I probably will be the last of the machete clearing for quite a while because I'm pretty tore up on my arms. It's been 4 or 5 solid days over the last couple of weeks that I've just hacked away at blackberries and saplings and all of that shit for doing rough clearing, reclaiming some property that's just sat idle for 15. Jim says, and then the cops showed up. Is that the nightmare part? No, there were no cops. I mean, if the cops had come, I would have told them exactly what fucking happened. I don't think it's, I didn't swear at her. I don't think. See, I don't even, there's not even a thought that processes in my brain, trying to think about, curse words. Chris Dixon says, just stop apologizing. It's just a meaningless piece of trash. A real apology is a change in behavior or a positive outcome. So I went to Delinquent Scully. I was hacking away. If you were in the Telegram group, you're following TikTok. I posted video of what I got done yesterday. But I had one of those moments that, like, I'm not afraid of snakes. But when I see one and it startles me, I get to, you jump. And then I'm like, oh, it's just a snake. You hear the rattle of rattlesnake, and there's a reason for that. There's a reason you get startled. This didn't have to do with a snake, but I was hacking away these blackberries really, with the machete in my hand, reaching up as high as I could, and I'm 6'5", so my machete, they must have been 8 foot or taller, overgrown vines. Like, I found a stump in this overgrowth that is probably 4 foot tall that I didn't even know was there until I started cutting away the shit. So it was definitely grown in, and reclaimed by nature. I'm hacking away. I'm in the middle of the stuff, and you're cutting with a machete back and forth, and the stuff is like the raspberry vines or blackberry vines are falling. They're hitting my shirt. Every once in a while I'll stop and like pick them out and throw them on the ground. But there's stuff hitting me pretty routinely. And so I'm sitting there, and I felt something hit my head. I had taken my hat off. I just had a bandana on to catch the sweat. And I feel something hit my head. I figure it was just a branch from a blackberry bush. And so I'm hacking away, and all of a sudden I feel something on my face, and I thought it was sweat, so I'm like wiping my face away. I'm like, okay, all good. Go back to hacking away. I'm swinging the machete, and all of a sudden, like something out of a fucking nightmare, out of a goddamn horror movie. I see legs crawling in front of my eye like this and down. And all of a sudden I see a fucking body, and legit there was a fucking spider on my face, like covering my eye and onto my nose. And the body was like over my eyeball. And I was like, what the fuck? And I'm like smacking myself in the face. Guys, I was fucking terrified what the hell was on my face. Chris Dixon says that's about 120 centimeters for the international crowd. Yeah. So this spider must have been hanging out, and turns out it was probably a daddy longlegs. It was pretty mangled by the time I got done with it. It was on my inside of my glove. But yeah, it looked like a daddy longlegs or something, but it started on my head, and as it creeped along, it just started crawling over my eye, and it was close enough and out of focus enough that I was just like insanely terrified. Jim says that that's why you need to do more video to get that pure gold. Whew. Dude, I was, talk about having to take a break because your heart almost stopped. I'm not a huge fan of spiders. I dealt with a lot of spiders in the gas industry because they like to nest up in the gas dispensers and this and that. I've had a few run-ins with some black widows down here. I haven't seen a brown recluse in. Hunter says, I was waiting for you to smack yourself in the face with a machete. No, I'm not that bad. I do hit myself. I don't want to say routinely, but once a day I'll whack myself in the leg or the boot or something like that. So I don't really mind spiders, but like Jim says, spiders are cool, but not on my face. Yeah. I was in out of the blue, not expecting it. That was the worst part. Like, what is this coming over my face? Am I having a stroke? Is my eye blipping out, or is this some fucking thing crawling on me? It was rough, guys. It was definitely rough. So I calmed down a little bit. I went back at it and continued and got all the rough clearing down. I have to give Chris Dixon credit. He questioned me on my 70-yard comment. I didn't end up going 70 yards. I ended up going about 40 yards on the lengthwise. Once I got down into where I was planning to go, it really it undulated down and up, and it looked like the flat area went about twice as far as I suspected. When we cleared it out, or when I cleared it out to the edge, it made sense to hit that like 115, 120 foot mark. So 40 yards, 35, 40 yards. So the area's, it's kind of shaped like a teardrop or, I was thinking best is like teardrop for the description. It's oval-ish, teardrop-ish. About 120, 115, 120 one way, and 80-ish or more foot on the widest point going the other direction. And it kind of goes, it starts at a point and goes out like a big teardrop, and the majority of it has running water going through it. So it should be pretty cool. I got deadfall. I still have some deadfall to chunk up. I'm waiting for 20-volt DeWalt charger to show up. I'm going to use that 20-volt DeWalt chainsaw down there. This seems like the perfect opportunity for it. This stuff is small. It's small and long. It's small. It sure is short, but it might be skinny. It sure is short, but it is really skinny. These are long. They were too heavy to pick up, and some of them are still stuck in the ground. The deadfall, the large cedar trees. It's about perfect for that light little battery operated saw instead of grabbing the big ass gas saw. I need to go in and chunk some stuff up and move it out, and then get in there and really clean it down to the ground. But Carrie Brown's coming out end of July, mid-July, and we're really going to put together a plan for this this whole area and work at it completely. So this is going to turn into basically a food forest and propagation nursery. Propagation as in for the property and also for sale. So we're hoping to do a lot of perennials, a lot of trees, things like that, and then also be filling in and letting the food forest develop there for long-term and emergency. So Chris Dixon says that's about 50 meters for the unfree group. Jesus. Oh, K-Bong says, thumb that thumb, pure gold here. Thanks, buddy. Yeah. Yeah, we got to. Let's talk about the Fed hack. FEDgate 2024 update. FEDgate is continuing. Yesterday we started talking about the lock bit hack, or the claimed lock bit hack that they claim to have. They claimed. Jim says 33 code word. What? I'm not sure what that means. They claim to have hacked the Federal Reserve and have 33 terabytes of data on the Fed, which in a perfect world would be phenomenal. Like I said yesterday, the ultimate ransomware would be, hey, we have all your dirty laundry, and if you want to save your asses, you're just going to close the Fed. We don't want any money. We don't want anything. We just want you to fucking close the doors. Oh, Jim says the 33 terabytes is the code, that this is not what it seems. Okay. But regardless, in a fantasy world, in a utopia, in my utopia, they have the data, they have the damning evidence to put just thousands of people into destitute and jail where they deserve to be. And they say, we'll destroy it if you shut the fucking thing down. That's my ideal outcome. If they want to play daily games and try to get money, yeah, whatever. It is what it is. They're never nothing will ever come of it anyway. There's data leaks of government bullshit and corruption every day, and nobody gives a fuck. So didn't get real excited, but it would be interesting to see what kind of stuff they dug up. Anyway, they they hacked the Fed. They gave them 24 hours to provide a undisclosed ransom amount. Updates as of last night. I guess I pulled my notes last night and looked this morning. It was relatively the same. So they had until yesterday afternoon to pay the ransom. It turns out that Lockbit has extended the deadline by 48 hours, 2 days. So that would be, it was Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday afternoon. Jim says they're not shutting the Fed down. I'm pretty sure they're handling this quicker than a dealership in Florida. Yeah, that was my utopian scenario, Jim, was that they'd shut the Fed down. I have no disillusions that they'd do that at all. But anyway, they gave them 2 more days to hire a new negotiator. Now, this is fantastic. This is fantastic because they offered him 50 grand. They offered them 50 grand for 33 terabytes of information from the Fed. Now, let's look at this. Let's think about this for a second. 50 grand. A normal ransomware for a decent sized company, a decent sized company would be couple mil. I would, you hear those numbers tossed around when companies get hacked. 5 mil, 10 mil, 50 mil. We're talking about 33 terabytes of data from the Fed. The one that holds all the money secrets and all the backroom dealings and all the bullshit with fractional reserve and all the scams and all the mortgage shit and all the printing money and all of it. And they offered him 50K. Not 50M, not 50B, $50,000. So, Rewild Their Life says house full of hackers found, all died of suicide. Is that being facetious, or is that something that you actually saw? Because that wouldn't surprise me at all either. They Epstein themselves. So they offered him 50 grand, and so I don't know if this is if they're just throwing this out there, if this is all like they hacked us and this is what we're doing, and so we're going to give you both sides of the story. This is our narrative to distract from something. Julian Assange being released. But 50 grand. And so Lockbit comes back and says, well, you have 48 more hours to get a new negotiator because 50 grand is, what did they call it? They called him a, the group has given the Federal Reserve 48 hours to hire a new negotiator and dismiss the current one, whom they've disparagingly called a clinical idiot for valuing America's banking secrets at $50,000. This is where my bullshit meter went through the roof. Hunter says, see, that's why it's bullshit. This is where my bullshit meter went through the roof. Either A, well, it doesn't, none of it fucking makes sense. Who offers 50 grand? A, if they think that they have the data, they have to order, they have to offer more than that. If they don't think they have the data, why are they offering anything? If Lockbit has the data, they rightfully are holding out for more than 50 grand. But if they don't have the data, would you take 50 grand, or do you hold your bluff? I don't know. Like, none of it really adds up in my head. The more that comes out, it's almost like the government's running this back end because they fuck everything up. They can't get anything fucking right. So this would make sense that nothing that they're doing adds up in the end. Jim says, Let's start a collection and see if we can outbid them. I'll throw in a fin. Talk to Spirko about that on his show today. I'm sure that he could rouse up over 50 grand for something like that pretty quick. He's got a few more listeners than I do. If we're making 50 grand, I might have to put it towards something more useful than giving it to the Fed or hackers to not release data. I probably could pay them whatever I make to release the data, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't think anything is going to come of any of this. How's that doing over there? Jim says, I want the data. How much fun? Yeah, me too. Yeah, that would be fun. That would be fun, especially with AI to search it for you. In and out, guys. In and out. Let's get out of here. We'll be back tomorrow. It's supposed to rain for quite a bit today, and we'll try to get a bunch done. But we'll circle back with you tomorrow and have another fun-filled show. I appreciate everybody listening. If you enjoyed the show, it's always free to hit the like, share, and subscribe. To return value for value, please consider joining one of the YouTube membership tiers or listening on any value for value platform like Podverse or Fountain.fm. Thanks for the zaps from Podverse, guys. Whoever's listening over there, guys, I get a little notification on which streaming service it comes from when sats are streamed my way. And there's been an uptick on Podverse, so I appreciate that. Whoever's listening over there, guys, and Jim, as always, over on Noster with the zaps and the clips on Fountain. Bravo, man! I appreciate it so much. You guys don't even understand how much that means to me. Other than that, you can visit thelotsproject.com for all my partner companies, discount codes, affiliate links, and the such. Lots of information over there and lots about me and things, all sorts of stuff. Check it out, roam through it. It's a big pile of stuff. So other than that, comfrey.roots.com. We got a few more days in the Share the Love promotion. Share that around, guys. If you wants to get into Comfrey, it's a great deal. It's 2 for 1. Basically, you get 2 packages. You can keep them both for yourself or share one with a friend, neighbor, coworker, enemy, frenemy, lady down the road that lets her fucking chihuahuas out in your yard. Throw one at her. Hey, here's some Comfrey root. Yeah, anybody. Let's build some community and get some people growing Comfrey and using it for all the benefits that it has. Beyond that, it's Wednesday. It's hump day. Let's get over the hump. And like Jim says, hit that like on the way out, guys. Have an awesome day, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow.